today we're going to start a new theme. And we're going to start that theme with a book called Friends at School by Rochelle Bunt and photographs by Matt Brown. Now, the author would be Rochelle Bunt. She's the person who wrote the words. And the photographs are by Matt Brown, and he's the man who took the pictures that are in the book. So he also took the pictures that are on the cover right here. So those are the people of the story. So let's go ahead and let's read Friends at School. But you know what? Before we start reading, there's two things that good readers do. The first thing is a good reader asks questions, right? And one good way to understand what I read is to ask myself questions. I'll ask things in my head like, what will the children in this classroom do? Do we do things like this in our classroom? Now, I don't know if we'll do things like this in our classroom because our classroom is online, but I can still ask the question, if I was in a classroom, would these be some things that I would do? Another thing that a good reader does is they try to summarize the story after they're finished reading. And I know from the title that the story is about school. Now, I wonder if these children I wonder what kind of things these children are going to do in their classroom. Is it like our classroom? Well, you can already answer that question. No, it's not like our classroom. Is it different? Yes, it is. It's different. So you'll be able to look for ways that these children's classroom is different from our classroom. Alright, so let's go ahead and read Friends at School by Rochelle Bunt, photographs by Matt Brown. We are friends at school. I am Ryan. I am Annie. We are Cheyenne and Parker. I am Chris. We are Molly and McKenna. I am Shelby. And this is Mocha. Mocha lives at our school. She loves carrots. It's fun to feed her. Mocha likes company, so we keep her near us when we play. Sam and Sarah also live at our school. They are African spur tortoises. They eat all kinds of greens. Every day there are special times when we can take Sam and Sarah out of their terrarium and hold them. And a terrarium is just a place where you keep turtles. There are lots of different things to do at our school. We talk on the telephone. We write letters and draw pictures. We play counting games with a friend. Our grocery store is always busy. Elliot and Tyson wait in line while Elliot makes change. Luca and Mario talk quietly together. Ellie puts on a puppet show. Molly waits for her turn. Nico reads a story to Ellie and Dash. Molly doesn't use a book to tell a story. She just makes one up as she goes. Molly knows a lot of songs and teaches them to us. Puzzles are fun. We like to do them on our own, but if a friend helps, that's fun too. Everyone likes playing in the water tub. Look at what's in the tub today. There are whales and blue flubber. Flubber feels cold and gooey when you squeeze it. Some days we put cornmeal or sand in the tub instead of water. Everyone has a job to do at cleanup time. Splash and scrub. Chris and Molly wash their hands with warm, soapy water at the sink. Snack time. We make moo shakes. Here's how we do it. We put strawberries, peeled bananas, 1 cup of orange juice, and 1 cup of milk into the blender. Don't forget to put the lid back on the container. Cheyenne presses the button. Vroom! Chris pours some for everyone. It tastes good. Sometimes we get moustaches from drinking moo shakes. At our school, we play outside all year round. Here are some of the things we like to do outside. Go fast or slow, forward, backward, high and low on the swings. Make mud pies in the sandbox. We play on the slide. Ryan hears someone coming down the slide. Who can it be? It's Annie. We play a circle game together, or play with one special friend. Our school goes on field trips. In the fall, we go to Happy Valley Pumpkin Farm. When we get back to school, we scoop out the pumpkin seeds and bake them. Sometimes we go by bus. We visit the fire station. Everyone likes painting on an easel. But painting on the fence at school is much more fun. School time is over. It's time to go home. Shelby puts on her coat. Mara puts on her boots. Goodbye, everyone. We hope to see you soon. Alright, so that was our story. So, this story was mostly about what? Yeah, this story was mostly about things that these children do at school. So they play on the playground and they make moo shakes. They play and they clean up. And they have a lot of fun. So, now that we've read the book, we need to complete a practice book page, and that practice book page is page 129. What you need to do is print out that practice book page, and the first thing is you write your name at the top next to the name area where it says name, right on that line right there. Now what you need to do is you need to think about the friends in the story and color the pictures. So you can color in all of these pictures. Well, these two friends here in this block. In this block, you need to draw something one group of friends did together in the story. So you need to draw a picture of something that they did as a group in the story. It could be something they did at the playground, something they did in the classroom, something they were playing with. And then down here at the bottom, you need to color in the things the friends played with in the story. So you'll need to say if they played with puppets. Did they play with blocks? Did they play with a hamster? Did they play with a ladder? And did they play with a power drill? Color in those things. Remember to do your best work and color without going outside of the lines. You color with little circle motions with your pencil or crayon, and that'll help keep you inside the lines. Okay, so that was page 129. Now you also need to print out practice book page 130. Alright? In this one, you just need to draw a picture of what someone might do with the picture that's already there. So in this block, there's puzzle pieces. So you might want to draw a picture of something that you would do with puzzle pieces. Here, this is a paint and a paintbrush, so draw something that you would do with a paint and paintbrush. And here are some blocks, so draw something you would do with blocks, or maybe something, well, I'll let you figure that out. And here's a book, so draw something you might do with a book. Right? Don't forget to have someone take a picture of you working on this and a picture of your final product. When you're finished working on both pages, have someone post those on the submission page. Alright, so go ahead, pause this video, do your best work. I can't wait to see it. Alright, well, welcome back. So now we have just a little bit left to do. So we read the story. Now we're going to talk about our high frequency words, or words that we see a lot when we're reading. Okay, so first word we see a lot, we already know, is I. Another word that we've learned already, that's one of our words that we use all the time, is my. And then we also have like. These are the three words that we've learned so far, and we see them a lot in our stories. And you might even use them in your writing. Okay, I know I do. So, what we're going to do is we're going to review how to spell each of these words, and then we're going to look for them in a poem, and then we're going to use them to make our own sentences. Alright, so let's get started. First word that we learned is I, and that's very simple to write. We just use an I. So let's spell it. I. Spell one more time. I. Very good. So let's move on to like. Now like is our biggest word so far that we've learned how to spell. So let's make sure we pay close attention to all the letters and what order they come in. So you have it in L-I-K-E. That spells like. Let's spell it together now. L-I-K-E. And that spells like. Take that off the board and spell it again together. L-I-K-E spells like. Now this time I want you to spell it without my help and tell me what word it is. Ready? What's that spell? Very good. And the final word we need to review is my. That one is spelled M-Y. That spells my. M-Y spells my. One more time. Ready? M-Y spells my. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this poem to you. It's called Everybody Says. We've heard it before. I want you to listen for the words I, my, and like. Alright? So here we go. Everybody says, I look just like my mother. Everybody says, I'm the image of Aunt B. Everybody says, my nose is like my father's. But I want to look like me. Right. Now, first word I want you to look for is I. Can you point to the very first I in this poem? If you're pointing right here, you've got it. Now look for the next I. And it needs to be standing alone by itself. The next I is right here. And that's all of the I's in this poem. The next word I want you to look for is my. Find my. Oh, never mind, I wanted you to look for like. So now let's find another like. Find the next like in this poem. Remember, like is spelled L-I-K-E. Point to the next like. Very good. You're pointing right here. You've got it. Now we're going to look for my. Oh wait, nope, I see one more like in this poem. So let's look for that like. One last like. I'll give you a hint, it's in the very last line. If you're pointing right there, you have found the last like. Now, finally, we're going to look for my's. I don't know why I've been wanting to find them, but now it's finally here. So find your first my. Remember, my is spelled M-Y. Right there is my. Very good. Find another my. There's one more. It is, oh, there's two. And the first one is right here. And then the last my in this poem is right here. Spelled M-Y. Alright, so now that we found it, we've got warmed up, we've remembered how to spell it, we found it in sentences, now we're going to create it using our own sentences, okay? So, here we go. So I need you to find, or we're going to write the sentence, I like my bike. So find I. Find I. If you're pointing right here, this is an I right here. So I'm going to pull that right on up there. So the next word I need is like. Go ahead, point to like. And if you're pointing right here, you've got it. Right there's like. Let's pull that up into our sentence. So I like, find my. Find the word my. Remember, my is spelled M-Y. Right here's my. Pull that on up. Bada bing, bada boom. So we have I like my. Now you need to find a picture of a bike. Very good. There's the picture of the bike. Bring that on up there. But we don't have a complete sentence until we put a period behind it. Right there's our period. I knew I had him hiding somewhere. I just couldn't find him. Alright, so now we have a complete sentence. It says, I like my bike. Very good. Now we need to build the sentence, I like my dog. Okay, so find I. Very good. Right there's I. Find the word like. Right there's like. Bring it on over. So I like my. Find the word my. Right there's my. If you were pointing there, you've got it. Now you need to find a picture of a dog so we can finish my sentence. I like my dog. Okay, but you know, because you're such a smart kindergartner, that we don't have a complete sentence until we put a period behind it. So let me pull that period on up. Boom, we have a period. So now we have two complete sentences that we have built on our own. So let's read them. I like my bike. I like my dog. Great job, alright? You did a great job. Have a great time. I can't wait to see your practice book pages. I can't wait to see how well you stayed inside the lines while you were coloring. I can't wait to see what you drew. It's going to be great. So I'll see you tomorrow.